By now, Disney has got to be in full-on panic mode. Little Mermaid live action is circling the drain as far as the box office is concerned, and yet you still have websites like Collider doing damage control and putting out articles like this. Little Mermaid wants to be part of your world at the global box office. I have some very bad news for people. The international market is not interested in Halle Bailey as Ariel. Whether you like it or not, the truth is the truth. China box office has not even broke $3 million after 2 weekends in a row. After 2 weekends in a row, obviously it's 2 weekends in a row. International audiences, they saw the trailer, thought to themselves, that's not Ariel, they're not interested. Box office for the global, the international, is usually double, or at least, more. If you sit here and look at The Lion King, live action, this is a live action, international, 1.1 million, domestic, 543 million. Oh, no, I'm sorry, 1.1 billion, because I don't know how to read commas. Anyway, the international is double of the domestic. Little Mermaid, not so much. Domestic is ahead of the international with a worldwide of 326 million after 2 weeks, 2 weekends. Now, one might think that that's pretty good. That's making a lot of money. But with a budget of $250 million, it's not doing well, folks. Drop off week to week, Friday to Friday is almost 70%. That is off a cliff. But then you go into Saturday, you got a 46% drop off, and then Sunday, so far, 53% drop off. Doesn't mean much, except as you go on weekend to weekend, it's going to average a drop off of 50%, 55%. 50% of 11, let's see, what is this total? 11, 30, 27, 30, let's say $40 million. A 50% drop off is 20. If the domestic only gives this movie another $20 million, and then another 10, and then another 5, it is going to be more and more difficult for this movie to make its budget back. But let's get back to this lovely little article, because, my goodness, the spin on this article is amazing. Little Mermaid has been performing impressively when compared to other recent Disney live adaptation releases. That's because a few of the most recent live action adaptations were released to Disney Plus, and they're not going to give you the numbers. The movie has another worldwide box office milestone in the books. According to Variety, the blockbuster romance has earned over $300 million all over the world. Except the overseas market has been abysmal, with the exact sum coming in $326 million as of today, which, so far so good. Looks like there's no stopping Rob Marshall, except that Across the Spider-Verse kind of beat it like a little redheaded stepchild. No pun intended. Stop it. Don't. That was a pun. Oh, wait. The pun was intended. It was a joke. Rob Marshall's version of the beloved story, telling the tale of a young girl who would do anything to explore the world, blah, blah, blah. We get 2 paragraphs of a synopsis. But here we go. How is The Little Mermaid performing in other territories? Terribly. Terribly. It's not performing well. Scroll down here to China. $2.6 million. These numbers are not good. Not good at all. Disney depends so much on China releases, but you're not getting it this time, Jack. Let's see. 140 million international versus 186 domestic. I'd be a little worried for this one, Disney. 50% drop off over and over again. But even if the movie has managed to earn $186 million in the United States and Canada alone, it looks like The Little Mermaid is leaving her mark at the international box office. It's not leaving a mark, it's leaving a puddle, maybe a puddle of piss, with Mexico, Brazil, and UK as the 3 international territories where the adaptation has reached new heights, pushing the film's international total to 100. They're acting like this is good. It's not. While the musical romance might not reach $1 billion, oh, look, they finally want to admit it. I believe Wasn't the star of the live action Aladdin chased off of Twitter, chased off of social media for saying the same thing? Oh no. Who wrote this? Oh, Diego, be careful. You're going to get chased off the internet. You're going to be called a hater and a racist because you claim that live action Little Mermaid is not going to hit $1 billion because there's no chance in hell this movie's going to hit $1 billion. I will be shocked if it hits its own, if it even breaks even. Lion King live action, some did a little digging, was at theaters for 140 days. Little Mermaid's not going to be at theaters for 30 days. That's just not the way it goes. Maybe 45 before it starts hitting streaming services. And once it hits streaming, it's done at the box office. It will not make another cent. But let's see. While the musical romance will not hit $1 billion at the worldwide box office due to the intense competition of the summer movie season, it's still proving that audiences from all over the planet fell in love with Bailey's voice, no they didn't, Marshall's direction, and the timeless story about romance and hope that Disney butchered to no end to change it for ideological reasons because Ariel don't need no man. You took a beautiful story, chopped it up, and burned it. The idea that this movie, this movie's not going to make its budget back. And yet we still have websites like this. Running damage control, shill. Please go see the movie. Please go see the movie. It's fantastic. Without the international box office, this movie is going to tank. It's going to fail. It's not going to make its money back. And what on earth is it going to take for these websites and for Disney, for all these people to start to admit that, hey, oops, we screwed up. Go back to the drawing board. Stop butchering these classic stories, and maybe you'll start making money back. Stop putting foolish messaging. Stop being preachy. Stop insulting your fans, the people that actually want to throw money at you. We want to be entertained. We don't want to be preached at. We don't want to be denigrated and insulted. But, hey, what do I know? Let me know what you think in the comments. Are you ready for more and more shilling as the weeks go on? Because it's not going to stop until this movie is out of the theaters. And then maybe, just maybe, they'll admit live-action Little Mermaid was a failure. But let me know what you think in the comments. Bye.